Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and today we are bringing back our annual tradition of rebuilding the HGTV Dream Home in Minecraft. So we're back this year for our brand new Let's Build series, and we're going to be doing the 2018 Dream Home. Again, yearly tradition that we've been doing since 2015. I'll give you guys a quick rundown of the last 3 years. So this was right here. This was the first one. 2015, this is still my favorite. I love this build. And then right across the street, we did the 2016 Dream Home. And then right over here, we did the 2017 Dream Home. So those are the 3 Dream Homes. That one isn't a Dream Home, but maybe it would be one day. I don't know. So let's fly over here, and we're going to get started here with the 2018 home. So right now, guys, I'm going to put a picture on the screen of the new Dream Home and talk about a couple things that, come to mind for me personally. So first off the bat, it's a little bit more modern than the last couple ones that we've seen, and I just want to say right off the bat, in terms of how this one looks, this is definitely my second favorite behind the 2015 home. This house looks really cool. It's just awesome looking. I love how sleek it looks. I love the color on it as well. It's a really dark looking house, so it's going to be a challenge in terms of how we create it and when it comes to our block choice, but it's a really nice looking house. So a couple things that come to mind in terms of like the challenge of building this one. Number one, and the most challenging thing, is going to have to be the slope. So this house is built, it isn't built on a flat plane, basically, like the last 3 years. This house is built on the side of a slope, so it's going to be a little difficult. We're going to have to basically plan this so, the front end of the house is like on a flat part, and then the back end of the house like lowers down into the ground. So I've been doing a little bit of preparation for the start of the series, and this is actually where I'm going to be building it. So, I'm a little restricted because I want to build, all the HGTV Dream Homes right next to each other. So I cleared out some space here, and I started to do a little bit of terraforming. That way I can create kind of a man-made slope here for this house. So obviously it hasn't even been finished yet, but we're going to kind of build it as we go. And we'll get started today with the front of the house and talk about the floor plan and things like that. So another really interesting thing about this house is the floor plan. So I'll put the floor plan that I'm going to start off with on the screen right now, and this is the second floor plan, although this is the garage level of the house, which is basically the ground level from the front. And it's interesting because they consider this the second floor, and then they consider the first floor really like the basement down below. I guess they just don't want to call it a basement because it's technically still above ground. And then there's also a third floor, which is really the upstairs. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how everything comes together. This is not going to be an easy Let's Build this year. This could be our biggest challenge yet in terms of recreating it in Minecraft. It's not always easy to bring things over from real life, and I think this one's going to be a fun challenge. So we're pretty much ready to get started here, guys. I'm going to build this thing from right to left. I was thinking about doing it left to right. I kind of was going back and forth, but I want to make sure that I give myself ample space away from the 2015 Dream Home. So I'm going to start with the garage, and then I'm going to build to the left, I guess, from right to left. Throughout the episode. We'll see how much we can get done, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. As far as block choice, I got some stuff laid out right here. I'm going to use some black concrete. I'm going to use some black concrete powder, some black wool, all the black blocks, and some black stained glass. So we're going all black on this one. Again, I love the way this house looks. It just looks so sleek. So right here, this little contraption allows me to place my concrete powder blocks, which are normally affected by gravity, without them actually falling, which should be just a feature. I mean, there's a glitch in the game that allows you to, to place these blocks without them falling. Why not just make it a toggle feature in the menus? I don't know. Doesn't matter though. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have a couple blocks right here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and start by placing 3 black concretes, and then we're going to place 4 blocks of black stained glass. So it's interesting because the garage, I guess, door in this, both of the garage doors are made out of glass. It's a really interesting design that I'm already in love with it. Like, I think it's just an awesome house, and I'm excited to build it this year, guys. Of course, this is our annual tradition. We've been doing this every year since 2015, like I said, and it's been a lot of fun. This is always a series I really look forward to doing, and it even amplifies even more this year because I haven't really been doing a whole lot of building recently outside of the Danville upgrades. I'm having that whole situation with not being able to play on Los Angeles right now, so we're trying to get that resolved, and it's just going to be really nice to be able to actually do a Let's Build for you guys. So we got that as a start here for these garage spaces, and I'm trying to decide how exactly I want to do this going across, because there's kind of like a trim. There's like a trim of a lighter black, so I'm thinking about using the concrete for that, and then the darker black is the, you know, the rest of the house basically. So something like that I'm thinking for the garage door. That looks okay. I was wondering maybe if I could use like some slabs or something. As far as the roof is concerned, that's going to be another really tricky thing, because I really don't know what block to use. I was thinking about maybe using some slabs, some dark oak wood slabs. I tested that out before the video, and I thought it looked awful. So here's what I'm honestly considering, guys. I think I might actually use black wool as the roof of this house. I know that's a little crazy. I try to avoid black wool in the city texture pack because I just don't really think it looks that good. But you know what? We're going to give it a shot. I mean, in the past on these Let's Build series with the HGTV Dream Homes, I've gone a little bit out of my comfort zone in terms of block choice. So we're going to be doing that again this year. And honestly, that right there is what I'm thinking I'm going to do for the roof. And I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but in terms of the block choice, it is a black roof, so I really need to actually use a black block. If I use a more brown looking block, it's just not going to look as good. And I don't know, so we're going all black with it. It's all black. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of this roof filled in, just so we can get a general sense of how this is going to look. Again, it's a very I guess shallow roof, doesn't really steep up too much, so we're doing 2 blocks by 2 blocks with the full blocks, which is obviously not quite as steep as just using stairs, as you can see. So that'll work. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this back around the side. Again, I haven't looked at the side of the house yet. I've only looked at the front, and I've looked at the second floor plans, so those are the only 2 things we're going to be referencing for this first episode here, the pilot. Well, I guess it's not really a pilot because we know for sure that it's not going to get canceled. Pilot episodes are for series that like may get canceled if it's not good. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that a thing or not? I'm not really sure. Does no matter what, do TV shows have pilot episodes even if they know for sure that they're not getting canceled? Who knows, man. Anyway, so this is what we got so far. And another interesting thing about this one, it's the last 3 years of the HGTV Dream Homes, we have had the panoramic views for every part of the house. And the website does not have that feature this year. So that's going to be another challenge in terms of recreating, because it's going to be harder to find like those really fine details throughout the build. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue this around here. We're going to fill that up. And again, I'll continue running this across. So we're going to make another 3 blocks here. I don't know how I'd build this house in the city texture pack if we didn't have the concrete blocks. I honestly have no idea how I'd do it. I might have just like overhauled the block choice and just did it like the same house design but in different block colors. That probably would have been my final option. So that's lucky. And of course, I know I could build this in the default texture pack. Maybe it would be better, but we're keeping the continuity of building it in the city texture pack on Xbox One next to all the other houses. That's the continuity that we're trying to hold up here. Alright, so we got that, and we're going to continue this line right through here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another pillar of the concrete. And now we're kind of at the point where we're at the front entrance already, just like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to place some black concrete right here, and then we pretty much are going to have the door. So what I'm going to do is take this across, and we'll have this go out, let's say 3 blocks. So this will drop down right there, and that'll be our entrance, and this will run across over here. Let's take it 5 blocks, 1 2 3 4 5, and then we'll run this down, let's say like 9 blocks, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Let's make it 11, and then this will go straight across here. So we're just starting to create like a little bit of a perimeter of the house and give myself an idea of how much space I have to work with here. I'm probably going to take this an odd number, maybe 17. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. All right, 21 is fine. Honestly, it's impossible for me to know right now how much space we're going to need there, but that gives me a general idea of kind of like the shape of the house and like in terms of what I'm going to need to do to make this terraform accurate as I can make it. So that's a good start here. So now we'll work on this front entrance. So with the front entrance, we have ourselves it's kind of like a glass door, very modern looking. Take that down to that corner, take this to the ground. So we're pretty much just framing the whole build right now. Let's fill that up to there. So now we have 2 blocks opening like that, and that will be our door. So as far as how I want to do it, I think I'm gonna have black glass, 1 block indented, 2 blocks down, and then I'll have some black stained glass behind that, or maybe actually just not even indent it, just do it right here. And I'll go with some black stained glass panes, place those there, and that will be our entrance, our front door. So that'll work. And then what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and start to work on this patio here, I guess, out front. So it's gonna be trying to decide how I exactly want to do it, because it might be like 1 block off the ground, and I'm not sure if I want to have it like that or not, because that could cause some problems on the interior. So the issue I'm running into right now is the level of the floor. I guess the block on the floor here for the garage. I'm trying to decide whether or not it should be 1 block below the block, like the block level of the main house, because there is like a little staircase here. So because of that, we'd have to make some adjustments. I think it should be fine. Let me go ahead and do this, and then we're going to get some polished andesite, which is always a solid block that I've been using. So we'll fill this in here, and then we'll do let's go with just a stone slab. So I'm thinking that might be the way I do it right there. And then also keep in mind that this black concrete is going to run across through here to the edge of the house, which again, we have not determined how far this is going to go yet. This is kind of just placeholder, just so it's a little bit easier to visualize. Okay, so we have that. And then underneath here, we're going all in on the cobblestone. So this is going to run down. And in fact, we'll take this down 1 extra block. So it's right up against the ground. Like that and like that. Okay, so cobblestone is going to go out probably about 3 blocks away from the edge of the build. And then I'm going to start to, I guess, slowly but surely kind of snake it around the bend here. And we'll kind of do something like this. And then we'll do 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks. Okay, well that's 6. And then I guess we'll keep going actually. We'll do another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the rest of the way we'll just have it go straight down to the road. And that will be the left marker on our driveway. So something along those lines right there is what I'm thinking. And we're going to have a bunch of like flowers and things over here and shrubbery to fill in that space. Okay, let me just go ahead and fill that in with grass there, just so it's these little, I don't like having those empty blocks. So something like that is pretty good. And then another thing I want to do with this is add a, well actually let's go like this. Let's take this out 3 blocks past. We'll run this around and we'll have this go across here. So we're going to make a little flower patch in here. And I'm thinking for this, I don't like podzol. Let's go with coarse dirt. Podzol in city is not ideal. I don't think I would ever use it. So we'll make this 3 blocks wide. Clear our inventory. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of all these blocks. We're going to use some white. We'll get some bluettes in here. We'll get some tulips, some lilacs. We'll get the whole 9. Start to fill these in. Give ourselves a little bit of detail here on episode 1. Give a couple more bluettes. And maybe like a couple more tall grass blocks. So something like that in that little garden there. And of course what we need to do is double stack these slabs. Just like that. Okay. So that's good. And then we go ahead and start to form a perimeter for this driveway. So we're going to do the driveway out of cobblestone. I think it's a pretty good choice. It pretty much is cobblestone, so it's actually like a really similar in terms of block choice here. So this will run around through here. We'll fill all of these blocks in. And that right there will be our main entrance to this house. Honestly, looking great so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We're going to take this cobblestone and run this all the way down around the corner here. And then right in front of the garage door, we'll fill it all the way across. And then we're going to have it go, let's say 5 blocks past here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And And then I'm going to have this go like maybe 5 blocks this way as well. And then start to run back towards the front. And I'm going to do 7 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 8 blocks here. Doesn't matter. Again, kind of stuff is not really that relevant. So we'll do 4 blocks and then 5 and then 5. And then I think I'm going to start to curve it back. So one challenge that I ran into with this build is just kind of the spacing of everything. So what I can easily make adjustments to this in order to, you know, just give myself space for this driveway. So I'm thinking I might push this road down a little bit, just make the slope a little bit steeper. But it's fine for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It's all about the rhythm, guys. All right, let's go 5 now. And then I guess we'll just take this straight to the end, to there. And then, of course, we will make a little bit of an adjustment to the driveway later, just so it's not right on the edge of the slope. So that's what I'm thinking right there for the driveway. And then, of course, we'll get that whole thing filled in with cobblestone. I might just do a little bit of it right now just so we have an idea. And then we'll move on to getting some of the left side of the house built in here on this pilot episode of the 2018 HGTV Dream Home Let's Build. The 4th installment of this tradition here on my channel, guys. And I appreciate the support on all of the other episodes that we've done in the previous years. And hoping that you guys are coming back to watch me build this year's house as well. Again, I really like this house. This one is cool. I haven't been in love with the last 2 years, I guess. So 2017, I didn't really like it that much. 2016 was just okay. I loved 2015, which is obviously the reason why I got started with this. And this 2017 one is, or 2018, I should say, is awesome. And it's also kind of insane that this is the 4th year we're doing this. Like, man, time flies, I'll tell you. So we're going in and we're going to fill this in here with some cobble. I'm just going to get the rest of this. This is as far as I'm going to go. But I definitely want to just get a little bit of it filled in today, just so we have an idea of what it's going to look like. Alright guys, I got a little bit of the driveway built in here. Also made a couple adjustments to the front entrance and filled in this wall real quick just for the time purposes. So for the last few minutes of this episode 1 here, guys, we're going to... I'm just going to work on some floor planning, just you know, basically draw some lines with some blocks and just basically choose some floor plan designs. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. I'm actually just going to use these blocks here just in case for some reason that those concrete blocks do indeed fall when you exit the world. I have never actually myth busted that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So we have the garage over here. And I'm going to say that the garage is probably going to go back into the ground. Let's say like maybe 17 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then it'll run back across this way. I might put some blocks underneath of that just so that doesn't fall. And obviously the garage would continue to, I guess, right here would be the spot for it. So one thing I'm noticing actually on the main house so far in terms of the proportions of the floor plan, that the garage is a lot longer, I guess, than what we have so far here. So that's something we might have to make an adjustment about. But we have a lot more space over here if we need to indeed push it out a little bit further towards that house. So that's fine. That is totally an okay problem to have here on episode 1. Alright, so then what we're going to do is run a line straight across right here, kind of cutting off the space between the garage and the house. But we're going to keep this part open since this is pretty much the part of the garage that connects to the main entrance of the house. So let's see, we're gonna take, this is like 4 blocks there, so I guess we'll take that across here, or have an entrance into the house like that. This is going to become a little bit of a rectangle, and we'll have this open up right there into the house, and then I think we're gonna have a small closet here on this side. So I'm trying to get the best angle here for this floor plan. So closet here, and then we'll have another entry point for the house there. Okay, so that's solid. Got that filled in. So next thing we got to work on is the great room. So let's take this out 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then run this across. And this will go down pretty significant distance. I would say that's probably about good. We're going to take a wall across right here, run this down, connect that to the closet space, which will just be very small, tucked away in that corner. And then there will be a bathroom fit into this space as well. So closet, bathroom, perfectly fit in that space. And then going this way, we're going to have a wall that's going to go straight down and connect to the end of the house right there. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do like double stacks for the interior. And if I do, we're going to have to make a few adjustments. But this is good so far. And like I said, I'm going to put the floor plan back on the screen a couple of times for this, just so you guys can refresh your memory on it. But I'll have all the links in the description as well to, you know, the stuff that I'm referencing for these videos. All right, so next thing we got is we're going to have a bedroom over here. So this is pretty much going to go to the end of the house and be a bedroom. So we'll take this. I don't know how many blocks we're going to go. I think that's probably good. And we'll run this straight down. My controller is malfunctioning. All right, so we'll have this continue. And we want this to get to the point where it's not quite lined up with the great room. Maybe like 1, 2 blocks back from it. So this should be an odd number. We got to make sure of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 27, 29, 30. Okay. So we got to make this either 29 or 31. I think 29 will probably be better. And then this will continue across here. Okay. And then we want this great room to connect across right here. Like that. That will be the edge of the house. And we'll have great room there, bedroom over here. Let me make the spot for that real quick. Let's say like right here. We'll run across. And there will be a opening into a bedroom here, which will connect to a closet and a bathroom. Closet, bathroom. Perfect. So the bathroom is in there, closet's in there, bedroom is there. And then this space has a staircase and there's like a laundry room here. We're not going to worry about that stuff right now though, because that's super subtle things that we can fix later. But as far as like the general floor plan, this is pretty close to the first floor, or second floor, I guess you could say. So in terms of like how much space we're going to need for this build, this gives me a really good idea of how I can terraform it. And I think this is actually like an insanely productive episode 1 here for this HGTV Dream Home 2018. So guys, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for watching episode 1. I'll be back in a few days for part 2, where we will continue working on this thing. I'll probably work on like the main part of the front of the house, refine the floor plan, continue to do that. Maybe have some updates for you guys on terraforming. But until then, everybody, thanks for watching episode 1. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And I'll see you guys on episode 2. Peace out.